and stuff. Oh boy, the insanity continues. Should be used to it by now, right? The only thing, or one of the big things that I gotta say that I'm not really enjoying about a lot of people being off of work, a lot of kids not being in school, is that suddenly it's really loud around here. It's usually fairly quiet, and I say fairly because I do have a couple of neighbors who are a little noisy. But it definitely has gotten a bit louder here, and it comes in spurts. So yeah, man. I mean, I would much rather have a bunch of Jawas living next to me, right, buddy? That's right. But yeah, man. It's a little weird, a little crazy. The markets, as usual, are going nuts again. Last time I checked, they were down 2,000 points, which is bad. Very, very bad, in fact. The S&P was down 9%. It triggered an automatic shutdown. That's really bad as well. I also saw a news story with some promising news, at least for those of you here in the United States. While I'm talking about this, I'll just farm Chumley. Am I getting sound? What's up with my sound? Hold on. Terrific, I'm not getting sound. While I'm fixing this, I'll keep talking. Okay. So, yeah, there's some news going on that a lot of different banks out there, Chase, Wells Fargo, Capital One, a lot of the big banks are extending lines of credit to average everyday citizens. If you've already got an account with some of these banks, there's more banks, more than just the three that I mentioned, but those are the bigger ones. But if you've got a line of credit with any of them, apparently they are allowing you to get basically higher credit limits, which be careful with that because it sounds like a good idea, but you're really just putting yourself more in debt. So, I mean, remember, they're not just giving you money, okay? They're, you gotta make sure that you can afford to pay it back. Some other places are offering like 1-year extensions with 0% financing on credit loans and that sort of stuff. Those are actually not bad, but again, just remember you have to pay that back. But it's 0% financing for like a year. That's actually not bad. So if you need like $1,000 real quick, that's not a bad idea. You just got to remember that you got to pay that off before the end of the 12 months is up. Otherwise, they're going to hit you with all of that interest. And the way that a lot of those work is they don't necessarily say 0 interest, you know, but for that time period. Some of them do, some of them no. You have to read the fine print. But gosh, the power bonds. What they basically mean is that if you pay it back within that time frame, within that year, then you don't pay interest. However, if you don't, then they go back and they compound the interest from the first day, and then you have to pay that. That's the way some of those deals work. So, gotta be careful with the way those are done. You definitely gotta read the fine print. Be very, very careful if you ever get those types of offers, because there's always stuff in the fine print you gotta read. Some people are not going to have an option, like I was telling you about my sister. She's having a hard time. She may have to end up doing something like that just to kind of get by. Let me see, what else is there? There's a lot of stuff going on. As far as lockdown, a lot of states are starting to do the entire lockdown thing, which is kind of nuts. Gosh, man. 300 while it's attacking? Okay, good. A lot of states are starting to do that. Here in Texas, we're not having to do that quite yet. CDC has recommended that you don't gather in groups bigger than 50. The unfortunate part about that is there are a lot of people, in fact, you can find people like this on Twitter, that they just have this idea that they're quarantining just for their own safety, when that's not how it really works. So what they're saying is that, oh, if I get the you know, human malware, I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna party and do whatever. And gotta remember, you're doing this for other people, because you could be fine, you can show no symptoms, but even if you don't show symptoms, you can still be a carrier, and if you carry it to somebody who's vulnerable, then you are essentially, you know, you're the reason why that person is sick now. So it may not directly affect you, but it's going to affect them. So just be a little mindful about that kind of stuff. You know, you may go out and party, and then you come home and you accidentally infect your parents, and then they get really sick. And well, I surely hope that that time at the bar was worth it, now that your parents are in bad shape. Oh, you're all asking about the fearless leader. You haven't had a president since Obama. Speaking of our fearless leader, interesting stuff happening here. Our fearless leader, and this is true, it's been confirmed by Germany and a lot of news outlets already, that apparently when a representative from Germany, from a German company, I forget the name of the company, but they are developing a vaccine for the human malware that's going around right now. And apparently our fearless leader had somebody from their office, I guess, here in the US, and they visited at the White House and all that. And apparently, without really saying anything to anybody else, he offered them a whole bunch of money so that they would sell the vaccine to us exclusively to the United States, to nobody else. In essence, we would get dibs on that cure. And yeah, people were not happy about that. Most notably, the German government. I couldn't say that I blame them, because that's pretty backhanded. Yeah, it's just it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on us. And you know, and I can't speak for the the president, but I will say, I think it's stupid. I think it's really dumb. If you're going to invest money in a cure, why not make it available for everyone? But that's kind of the way that he thinks. He doesn't think about the greater good. He thinks about himself. Because the whole idea, and this is, this is going beyond what the articles were saying. This is now going into opinion territory, so just letting y'all know. What we're thinking was that he wanted to essentially buy the cure from a company, and then using American money, obviously, and then he could pass it off as saying, "See, look, I got us the cure. I solved the problem. I am the hero of the United States." And somebody presented that to me, that story, and I thought about it for a bit, and I go, that sounds exactly like him. It sounds exactly like something he would do. Like, he would go and try and buy his way into the cure using our taxpayer money. And then when he presented it to us, he could just say, "See, I am your savior. I have saved you." And I'm like, dude, come on, man, don't. And of course, there are still people out there who believe in him. I don't personally. I can't believe some of the things. I'm not going to get into a big political discussion, but that kind of gives you the idea of what was going on. Yes, it really happened. In fact, I can probably look up the article for you in case you want to read it. The Jawas are not happy, right, guys? That's right. They don't like that either. Let me see. Trump to buy vaccine. Here we go. Here's an article from the... Oh, wow. There's several people covering it now. We got The Guardian, NBC News, Business Insider, Politico, The Independent, Washington Post. Lots of people on a Hollywood Reporter even. Associated Press. They're all over it. Just to kind of give you an idea of what the deal was here. Trump administration has offered a German medical company, quote-unquote, large sums of money for exclusive access to a human malware vaccine. German media have reported. The German government is trying to fight off what it sees as an aggressive takeover bid by the U.S. The broadsheet Die Welt reports, citing German government circles. Die Welt, I guess, is the name of the company. The U.S. president had offered the... I'm not good with German names. Tübingen-based biopharmaceutical company CureVac. Oh, that's the name of the company, CureVac. Quote-unquote, large sums of money to gain exclusive access to their work. So, yeah, I can actually link that for you in case you want to read it. But it gives some pretty good information there. I think that one's from The Guardian that I linked. But yeah, you can just Google what I Googled and you'll find just dozens of articles on it. It's pretty nuts. And again, for those of you watching over on Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, I'm responding mostly to our YouTube chat, so feel free to join us over on YouTube or keep watching on those other platforms. It's up to you. I try to jump over to the other platforms to check out chat, but it's not always easy. And unfortunately, the service that I use, Restream, their chat program that they have is not playing nice with YouTube. So, yeah, I used to use that to get all the chats in one spot, but now unfortunately it doesn't work. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of nuts. Trying to think if there was anything new that I heard. Let's see. Here, we'll play with Gustos. Apparently, and this is from somebody that, or actually a couple of people. There's a couple of Facebook groups that I'm in, specifically for the human malware situation. And some of them have come out and said that some of them have the masks that they wear to try and prevent the spread of the human malware, and apparently some of them are getting laughed at. It's a little... I wouldn't laugh at anybody, because I guess maybe it's because of my exposure to Asian culture, or specifically to Japan. Because like when somebody in Japan is sick, they generally wear the mask, just to hopefully not spread the germ to any other people. And so I was kind of used to seeing that. But it's not something that's very common here in the U.S. At least, it hasn't been. But now more and more people are starting to do it. And I guess Americans are... I don't know if they're just being crappy to each other, which happens a lot, or or what. Yeah, they're being a little crappy to each other when it comes to people wearing masks. Apparently they're getting made fun of, they're getting laughed at, they're getting pointed at, and I'm thinking, why? I mean, if anything, and I understand the whole situation, if they're like, you shouldn't you shouldn't wear the masks, we want to save the masks for the healthcare workers, which is true, but I mean, if you wear something just to cover your face to try and protect not only yourself but the other people around you, I don't see what's so bad and funny about that. Yeah, the gas mask is a bit of overkill. I really do think that's overkill. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. But yeah, I don't. If you see somebody with a mask, don't make fun of them. Just let them do their own thing. I just sincerely hope that the people that are wearing masks, they're not those people that were hoarding masks. Like, I've heard of those people who are hoarding masks, and it's causing a real shortage, and that can be a problem. So yeah, it's okay if you wear a mask. Just don't go and buy, thousands and thousands of them, because that can be a problem. Speaking of hoarding, our buddy from Tennessee, the guy who hoarded, I think it was 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer. Well, some interesting stuff happened with him. One, he got served papers from the state of Tennessee because they found out what he was doing. Now he has to turn over all paperwork having to do with his attempts to resell that merchandise. And it's a legal document. He has to hand it over, and if he doesn't, he could be held in contempt, he could go to jail, he could be fined, all that stuff. Not only that, but because he's under investigation, because what he's doing is illegal, the state of Tennessee was trying to figure out where he's keeping all the stash, because apparently he had more than just what he had in his garage. And before they caught up with him, and before Amazon shut him down and stuff, he was talking a little bit of trash apparently about how he's got this U-Haul storage unit with even more supplies. And he posted a picture. And of course, he posted a picture to Twitter. And based on his location, and with some help from the people on Twitter, they were able to precisely, this is where it gets hilarious, they were able to precisely see exactly where his unmentioned U-Haul storage unit was. They found it, and they gave that information to the authorities that same day. The authorities hit his unit, got into it, took all of his stuff, all of his supplies. And that was all thanks to a couple of people on Twitter who were familiar with the area. They were familiar with that particular shop or the particular storage units, and they helped get him busted. So now he's out all of his supply. He's out all the money that he spent buying up the supply. And he's going to have to answer to the state now for what he was doing. So if that's not justice, I don't know what is. And of course, if he tried to play it off like I was doing a service, I was giving people the option to buy it when it was selling out. And then of course the argument is, well, it probably wouldn't have sold out in that area if you hadn't bought it all. So it's an interesting situation. It's not going to be over him for a long time. The state is going to be up his butt probing for a long time. I would not be surprised if he gets audited too. And it won't be because they just want to be mean to him. It's because, if you spend all that money gathering all that stuff, and I'm sure he made a few sales before he was shut down. So the IRS is going to want to know about that income, because even if it was ill-gotten gains, it's still income. And that means he has to pay tax on it. So he's going to get audited. And it's going to get pretty dirty for him. Let's see. Let me jump back on chat. Let's see. Moni says, oh wow, I just read an article which said the government wants to stop taxes for people that are currently out of job thanks to human malware virus. That's actually a good idea. I think it is. Again, getting back to my sister, and I keep mentioning her because obviously it's somebody directly connected to me. She's gonna need that kind of help. She really is. I mean, I'll help her out all I can, but I'm not rich. I don't have a ton of money, but I'll give her what I can if she asks for it. I know my mom will help her out. I know my brother will help her out. I know my stepdad will help her out, but it's going to be rough for her. And there's some news going around here that like back during our recession in 2008, 2009, there was a bill that was passed by our government that essentially gave us money. And we literally got money. Like money was just put into our bank accounts. It was either directly deposited into our bank accounts or they mailed us a check. I don't know if Dre remembers that. As far as I remember, you had to have been full-time employee, that kind of thing. And it was you have to be working. And so they sent us all this money. It wasn't a ton of money. I think I got like $450, something like that. It was basically part of a stimulus package to help the economy. And so that was helpful, So hopefully they do something like that again. Word is they're trying to do something like that again. But as far as how soon and how quickly that's going to get done, I don't know. Word is it's already passed, but now you have to go through the whole thing of getting the money distributed and making sure it gets into the hands of the people that need it. So again, I wouldn't depend on that money. Don't go and just start spending all sorts of cash thinking, oh, well, I've got this thing coming from the government, I can just go spend $1,000. No, don't do that. Wait until that money is in your hand. Like I said, that's if they decide they're going to do it. So hopefully they will. Like I said, Dre, it didn't go to everybody. It went to most people. Like I got it. I was married at the time. My wife also got it. We were both working full time at the time. I know of a couple of other people that got it as well. And from what I understand, is it wasn't a set dollar amount. It depended on essentially what your household income was, that sort of stuff. And the thing is, here's the thing, is they didn't tell us at the time, and this is why you might not remember it, Dre. They didn't tell us at the time, but it wasn't them just giving us money. Okay, they made it sound like that, but it wasn't that at all. What it turned out to be was a tax rebate. So if you did not get one, chances are your tax return was maybe a little higher that year. But if you did get one, your tax return, when you filed for that particular year, was actually that much less. So like I got $450, so my tax return was basically zero at the end of the year. I didn't get any money back because they had basically fronted it to me several months in advance. So yeah, it wasn't as good as everybody made it sound like it was. I mean, it was still nice to get that money then and there, but like, one way or another, you're going to pay for it. Dre not paying taxes. Well, there are Americans that don't pay tax. Some of them don't have a lot of money. Some of them do have a lot of money. Well, it also depends on what it is that you do and how you manage your money. Like, say, for instance, the churches here in the United States, if you are a priest at a church, the church doesn't pay any tax. Since you work for the church and your profession is within religion, I think they get certain tax breaks too on any of their income. The tax system's kind of nuts here in the United States. So yeah, but yeah, the churches, they get away with murder. They get away with, I mean, I remember somebody mentioning this years ago that if each church paid even 5% in taxes, it would be close to like $500 billion of additional revenue. Does Trump pay taxes? It depends. We don't know, actually, because he has yet to release his tax return. That was one of his promises. That apparently if he got elected that he was going to release his tax return, and that never happened. And it's not going to happen, which is unfortunate. He keeps saying that, oh, I'm under audit, I'm under audit. And even the IRS has said, dude, we don't have people under audit for 4 years. We just don't do that. It's like you're under audit for like 6 months, 7 months, maybe, depending on how big the audit is. But nobody has ever been under audit for 4 years. That just doesn't happen. Property taxes count. I'll be honest, I don't know very much about property taxes and how they work with federal income tax. I've never owned a home. I could probably ask my mother. She knows all about that stuff. She's into accounting and all that. She's been in banking for decades, so she's very familiar with all that stuff. But I personally don't know how that would work. I don't know, because I want to say, and again, I'm not an accountant. Take this with a grain of salt. I want to say that the amount that you pay in your local property taxes, you can actually deduct from your federal tax return. I want to say that, but again, I'm not positive, so I don't know. Can't say for certain. It sounds like it would work that way, but I don't know. You'd have to ask an accountant to get that figured out. And plus, our tax system changes every freaking year. Like 1 year, something can be deductible. The very next year, it's not deductible, and then the year after that, it's back to being deductible again. It's insane. So that's why I say, you know, go in and talk to an accountant. They can tell you for sure. Of course, they'll charge you, which they should, but yeah. Dre's probably asking about the property taxes that he pays. You know, is that deductible in some way? I don't know. It sounds like it should be, but I don't know. The whole idea is that the whole thing with Trump and taxes is people think that for years he has been purposely under-reporting or giving false information as far as the actual value of his properties. And because of that, he has been paying less tax, because the way it works here in the States is, say for instance, if your property is valued at $1 million, they tax you based on that value. But if you report, and the thing is, they let you tell them how much the property is worth, which is kind of nuts in a way. So if you report that $1 million property is worth $1 million, well, then they tax you based on that. But what he has apparently been doing, and what a lot of people do, is they will take $1 million property and say it's only worth $500,000. And so they only pay tax on the $500,000 and not the actual value of $1 million. And that's kind of what they figure he's been doing. It can be hard to prove at times. It takes a lot of work to prove that somebody has been falsifying that, but it can be done. Another thing that they think that he's done as far as taxes and money is whenever you go to a bank and say, for instance, you want to get a loan, what you can do is you can back that loan with property that you own. Like, say, it's kind of like collateral, you know? So if, say, for instance, I want to go and get a loan for $5 million and I've got a property, oh crap. Freaking Cyber Esper's back. And I have a property that I can put up as collateral. Obviously, the bank wants to know how much that property is worth. And again, another situation there is that you get to pretty much tell the bank how much that property is worth. And sometimes they check it out, sometimes they don't. So you can have $1 million property, but you can lie on on the bank loan information and say that it's worth $5 million. People do that all the time too, and that's considered wire fraud, which you can go to jail for. And reports are he's done that many, many, many times, where he overestimates the value of his properties. And that's why people are kind of questioning this whole thing about, is he really a billionaire? Because, you know, when you have certain intellectual, even his intellectual property, like his name, you know, him putting his name on stuff, I mean, it depends on how, I mean, some people have said that he changes the value of his intellectual property based on how he feels. Like, if he feels that his property is worth more money, he'll say it's worth more money. It's a huge, giant thing. It's weird. take 1,200 again. I still don't have sound. I'm so angry. Jesus. Cannot draw anything. I'm gonna have to now. I didn't want to use Mayhem for Hire, but now I have to. But you came here for Yugioh. Well, I'm playing. In fact, give me a second here. I still have it. My sound still isn't working right. Let me double check something. It says that it is. Hold on. Yeah, it says the sound is there. Hold on. I just don't hear it on my end. Maybe that's it. Hold on. I can change that. There we go. I think that's it. Yep, that sound. Okay, good. It's got a delay, of course. Great, but oh well. You pay $1,500 a year, but it costs $10,000 to fix it up. Well, if you were smart, you would declare that $10,000. Yeah, you got to put that on your taxes, man. Let's see. Do I want to do Donpa? Well, if I do Seal, I can get Donpa back. I think I should, because let's get Seal. Man, the sound sounds terrible. Do you hear that? It sounds awful. Let me check something again here. It's always something, I swear to God, it's always something with this cam link. Always. Okay, does that sound any better? I can't tell. I just... Sorry. I mean, I know I was complaining in Discord earlier, but I swear to God, dude. This freaking cam link is just... Yeah, it sounds like... It sounds like it doesn't have enough bandwidth, but it should definitely have enough bandwidth. I mean, it's going into a USB 3. God, that sounds so bad. But yeah, any money you put into your properties, that's a tax write-off. You claim that on your taxes. Marine control. Let's see, 28, 5, that'd be 33. Okay, I think I can win here. God, this sounds terrible. I almost want to just turn it off now. Oh no, Trojan Blast. Actually, that's fine. Did me a favor there. Well, I could do full go. Let's attack first, and then we'll do full go. I wonder if it really is the cable. Because the other cable that I was using, the other HDMI cable, it would not work at all. So I replaced it with this cable, and this sounds... I mean, the picture's fine, but the sound is terrible. Let's see, who do I want to bring? Let's bring Wiz. And I have a couple of other... I have like 10 other HDMI cables that I've gotten from various things that I've purchased. So I've got like a box full of them. So I can always try different ones. I think I'll do that. After this stream, I'm going to grab probably one of my supposedly higher end. You get royalty checks. Well, have you not been reporting that as income? You have to report that as income, man. It may not even put it into taxable territory for you, but you still have to report it. Fusion Conscription. Fusion Conscription. Trojan Blast. God, that sound is awful. It's driving me nuts. There's got to be a better way to do this. What is happening here? That sounds so bad. Here, I got an idea. Try this. Ying! It's for our Australian viewers. That's right. So y'all can enjoy the stream as well. Just flip it up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with this again later on, apparently. Yeah, that sounds so bad. Yeah, I really don't know what else to do with this stupid thing. Oh well. Okay, so here's an idea. Since our sound is on the brink, let's see how many 1290 12928. Okay, we'll buy some packs. And then I'm going to see what deck we want to construct. We'll build a deck here and see how it works. Kind of want to do a Playmaker deck. I don't want to do just a regular archetype. I want to try maybe... Well, if we go with Playmaker, we'll have to do an archetype. It'll be a Cyberse deck. Heavy Storm Duster. World Legacy. Crusadia Regulex. I don't even know what a Playmaker deck looks like. Like, I know a few of his cards, but I don't know all of them. God, that sound is just... Ugh. Balancer Lord, Cyberse Beacon, Trickstar, Defiled, Gudapa. Dot Scapper, is that what that is? Or Dot Scaper? Akashic Magician. Oh my god, she has children. Crusadia, Arborea. Trickstar. I could do Trickstars. I'm not familiar with really how they work, though. I kind of have an idea how they work, but not totally sure. Proxy Dragon. Sorry, you just Skull Dread. What is that? 2+ monsters with different names. He's actually pretty easy to bring out, huh? This card gains effects based on the number of materials used for its link summon. Oh, okay. 2+, if a monster normal summon or special summon to the zone this card points to, that monster gains 3 on attack defense. Huh. Once per turn, you can special summon one monster from your hand. Let's see. When this card is link summoned, you can draw 4 cards. Okay, then place 3 cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Oh, okay. So it's like a jazzed up Graceful Charity. That's interesting. Let me turn off my fan. Sea Archiver. McKnight Spectrum, Supreme, Cyberse Witch, Underclock Taker, Pentastag, Backdoor, World Legacy, World Lance. Man, with sound that bad, I might as well turn it off. Yeah, I'm going to turn the sound off. Okay. Eldergeist Hextia, Flame Administrator, Trickstar Bouquet, World Legacy Sorrow. Binary Sorceress, Flash Charge Dragon. Heck, I'll net deck something right now if I can. I'll just pull a deck off the net and we'll build it and see how it works. That's if I have all the cards. Encode Talker. Yeah, I really want to build an encode deck. I don't know exactly how they all work, though. I'm sure some of the spell cards go with it. Quick launch. Oh, speaking of Cybers, we're getting more Cybers monsters on the 24th. Hooray! It's almost time. Speaking of... oh, I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking there. Anyways, what I was about to say is, if you have a PC, and you want some free games because you are off of work or can't go to school, Epic Game Store currently has 3 games that are free, completely free, not free to play, but just they are free. Once you claim them, they're yours forever. Well, at least as long as Epic Games is there. They are not a sponsor. I wish they were. Be nice. Be nice to have a sponsor. Let's see. Ib the World Chalice Priestess. But anyways, yeah, if you want some free games, there's like 3 of them on there. They're not like big, huge titles, but they're free. They're there. In fact, I can look them up here real quick. Let's see. What do you... Goki the Great Ogre. Nice. Let's see. Epic Games. Let's see what it says here. I've already claimed them myself. And then in a couple more days, there's going to be even more free games. Yeah, here we go. We got Anadine 2, Return to Dust. There's also something called A Short Hike and Mutazion, or Mutazion. Those are all free. And then on the 19th, which is in a few days, the Stanley Parable, which I hear is a very interesting game. I'm going to have to check that out. And then also that same week, Watch Dogs. Free. I'm definitely going to check out Watch Dogs. I've heard some good stuff about it. Some people like it, some people hate it. But I definitely want to check out those 2 games. But again, those aren't until the 19th. But right now, those other games are 100% free. So if you need something to do, hey man, free games over at Epic Game Store. I know some people don't like the Epic Game Store. I'm kind of on it myself, but free is free, man. And one of their other games that they gave away for free not too long ago, what was it, Kingdom Come? I played the hell out of that game. I haven't opened it in a few days, but I played the hell out of that game. And it was definitely worth it, seeing as how I paid nothing for it. Let's see, Balancer Lord. Don't know what that guy does. All right, let's see. Oh, I went too far back. Who else do I need cards from? Was it Tetsu? Oh, Tetsu does the aliens. I really don't want to build an alien deck. Don't make me build an alien deck. Let's see. Yuma. One-Eyed Skill Gainer. Spellbook of Secrets. Go Gigas. Doron. Kalantosa. What does this guy do? 3 level 4 monsters. You can attach 1 XYZ material from this card to target one face-up XYZ monster your opponent controls. This card's name and original effect become the same as that monster. This effect can only be used once while this card is face-up on the field. I think I read this one yesterday. Staring contest. What is this? When you special summon a monster to the extra monster zone, you can target 1 monster in your opponent's main monster zone. Move that target to their zone in the same column as that extra monster zone monster. When your opponent special summons a monster to the extra monster zone, you can target 1 monster in your main monster zone. Move that target to your zone. The extra monster. Okay, this is weird. These effects cannot be activated in the damage step. It's a continuous spell, and it basically forces the movement of monsters on the field. That's interesting. But with some Link monsters, that's actually kind of interesting, because with some Link monsters, depending on what slot a particular monster is in, it will gain or lose certain abilities. Build a spellbook deck? Heck no, man. I don't want to build spellbooks. Let's see. Night Beam, underrated card. Chow Chow Chan, Do 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 Buster, Moody. Generation Force, ZW Asar Strike, XYZ Soul, Mellow Melody the Brass Jin. 2 level 3s. Once per turn, detach 1 XYZ. Target 1 Jin XYZ monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Oh, wow. So additional attacks, huh? And the 1400 attack is there for a reason. It gets under things like Messenger of Peace. We'll get one more pack from Mr. Yugioh. Giga Brilliant. More 39 Utopia. Again, another very solid card. What's this? 3 level 4 reptile monsters. Oh, he's just a big basher. Okay, he's a big beatdown monster. Number 20, Giga Brilliant. 2 level 3s. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ from this card. All face-up monsters you currently control gain 300 attack. So he pumps others up. Zubaba Buster. XYZ Revenge Shuffle. Heartfelt Appeal. Charioteer of Prophecy. Let's see, who else were we going to get packs from? I'm almost done with some of these characters as far as their cards. Red Mirror. Teoti Shadow of the Yangzing. Watt Squirrel. Dude, I faced a Watt deck a couple of days ago, and that was kind of nuts. I actually lost. Watt deck is weird. They control the field big time. Recycling batteries. Target 2 thunder type monster with 1500 or less attack in your graveyard. Add those targets to your hand. That's actually really good. That's good for a Battery Man deck. Fernity Destroyer. Beyond. Bending Destiny. What Squirrel? Actually, let me see. Oh, that's right. We were getting. I was thinking what we were trying to get last night, and then I just remembered that what is it? The Infinite Impermanence. Windrose Elemental Lord. Play versus the Watt deck. You want to see me get creamed? Well, I didn't get creamed. I stuck with it as long as I could, and I did pretty good. But they just, what they do is they control the field, and they just a lot of their monsters are direct attack. They've only got 500, 600 attack, but when you get several of those on the field, and you can bypass any defenses, they just peck you to death. That's basically what that deck does. Bonding H2O. Dark Deal. Vampire Sorcerer. Kind of want to build vampires now. I've got so many vampire cards. Come on, Bastion. Give me that one card. Nope, Super Ancient Dino Beast. Flip Flop Frog. Vampire Red Baron. Demotion. Slash Draw. Megalo Smasher. For hires. I lost using for hires versus Watts. I lost. So yeah, it was rough. I was like, God, man, I couldn't get anything going against them. It's one of those decks that if they're able to very quickly from the start of the game negate one or two of your big effects, it completely starts to throw you off. And that's the thing with Fur Hires, is Fur Hires, if you negate their ability to special summon once, you can usually recover from that. But if you do it 2 turns in a row, then it starts to really hurt. And it's much harder to come back from that. After the Struggle, Revival Golem. Man, I'm getting so many duplicates. Come on, Mesh. Give me what I need. Stop being that unstable evolution. Behemoth, King of all animals. What's this? Life points of your opponents. The equipped monster's original attack becomes 2,400, while your life points is higher. The equipped monster's original attack becomes 1,000. Ooh, what's this guy? Dampier Vampire Sheridan. 2 level 6 monsters. If you use a monster with a level that is owned by your opponent for the XYZ summon of this card, treated as level 6. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 card your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. Once per turn, if a monster card is sent from the field to your opponent's graveyard by a card effect, or a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to your opponent's graveyard, you can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 of those monsters to your field in defense position. That's actually pretty awesome. That's not bad at all. So essentially, you only really need 1 level 6. Because if you can take one of your opponent's monsters, it becomes a level 6, or acts like a level 6 to bring this out. So that's not bad. Ooh, Elemental Lord. More Duo Majestus, more Zambiras, Spiritualisms. He's just not going to give it to me, is he? He's not going to give me that card. But I'll go against the Watts again. Give y'all something to look at. More Majestus. Oh my god. Stop giving me that card. God, I've gotten that card like 8 times. Big Core MK3, Big Core MK2, Vein Skull. Alright, we'll do like 2 more packs and then we're going to go play some more cards. Come on. Hydrogeddon. Miscellaneous source. This is stupid. That's dumb. Oh gosh. Malo, Destroyosaurus. Ronin Toden. Alright, enough of that. I'm trying to remember who had the Watt deck. I know it was a Duelist challenge. Who had Watts? Was it 5Ds? Let me see. It's somebody I lost to, so I can probably just look for an X. Well, I think I may have beaten them eventually, but let me see. Dark World. Primo. Yingzi. Traptrix. Mind the Psychic. Noble Knights. Maybe a Zexel. XYZ Warrior. Necros. Oof, that was a rough one. Ray Shadows. Karakuri. Shadow. Evil Swarm. Fire Fist. No, not Dawn Thousand. Hazy Flames. Yeah, I can't remember who had the one. Maybe it was Arc 5? Spirit of Shinobird. Maybe it's this guy. Oh, Triamid. Yugioh. Come on, now it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't find this. Gem Knights, X-Saber, for Hires, Magnet Warriors, Dracos, Super Heavy, Rank Up Clowns. Yeah, this is gonna drive me nuts. Crystron. Okay, so it's none of those. And I looked at the X's first because usually those are the ones, obviously, that I've lost against. I'm gonna have to go through every one of these, aren't I? Wind Up Zen Maintenance, Sylvans. I've already checked all these. Okay, maybe it's 5Ds. It's Vylon. Samurais. Dark World. Battery Man. Malefics. It'd probably be easier just to look it up instead of going through each and every one of these. Infernity, Gladiator Beasts, Fire Flame Vel. Gustos. Oh, here it is. Broder. Electrifying Watt. Okay, we're going to use for hires. Let's see how we can do. Because I've beaten him before, but he's also beaten me. So, we'll see how good these Watt monsters are this time around. Oh no. That's not a good starting hand. That's bad. That's real bad. I'm completely defensive. Damn, come on, give me a beat next time. Heck, a beat, a seal, a Donpa, anything besides that. Oh, Watt Castle. Oh, this is really gonna suck. He's already got his field spell card out. Oh, and a Watt scene. I kind of have to kill that. Let's ring it. Hopefully he doesn't put any more backfields. If I can get a monster here, then we might be okay. Oh son of a... Oh, no. No, I got a cylinder. Come on. Eat it, sucker. Oh, backfield. Oh, thank you, Recon. Oh, that's beautiful. Please don't negate this, please. If he negates this, I'm screwed. Okay, good. Let's do Raphael. Now we're gonna hit his backfield. Oh crap! I didn't activate his effect. Oh, stupid me. Well, I screwed myself. I missed out on a free card. I screwed myself there. But yeah, my trap holes. I may not be able to get my trap hole off unless he gets another one of those giraffes. Oh, Watt Pheasant. The only thing is I'm going to destroy this, but he may bring another one, I think. Oh, Messenger of Peace. Oh, a seal. Damn, that sucks. Excuse me. So I could flood the field here, but I can only attack with one. Well, let's see. Let's bring him. Let's see what we can do from here. I'm not even going to use my normal summon yet. Let's see. Let's bring Dinah and let's remove his graveyard. Excuse me. He's only got 4. Okay. Let me think. 8-star, 6-star, 2-star, 4-star. Oh my god, that sucks. Let me see. Are these both Earth? Oh, that's a light. That's an Earth. Okay. I kind of want to keep my Recon because he's the only one that can really attack. Oh crap! It's gonna make me do that one. I guess they are the same, aren't they? Damn it. Let's see what we can do here. Well, I can always bring a beat, but I can't attack this turn. Let me see. Who do I want to bring? Yeah, beat sounds like a good idea. Although, I mean, he direct attacks too, so maybe he'll leave my beat alone. I probably should have attacked first and then done all this. So, that's it. Let's hope our beat survives. And I'm able to get another monster here. Oh, he's setting. Oh, that's right, because he has to attack my my Dinah. Yes, that's the only one. It's the only one that they have. And I checked. I actually went to the lists and everything. Fur hires really don't have a lot of cards. They don't. Like the whole archetype with spells, traps, links, and everything, I think it's only like 10 or 11 cards. There's not very many of them. But, I mean, I can understand why there aren't that many. They don't need that many. I mean, they're just ridiculously strong. Alright, so Raphael's going to give me a Mirror Force. Let me see, a Dyna. I don't need another Dyna. Brain Control. I'm probably going to use the Mirror Force before anything, so I'll grab that. And then I get something with a beat here. Oh man, what do I want to grab? Donpa would actually be very handy. Let's grab a Donpa and save him for next turn. I can bring him now, but I can't special summon anything. So, well, I can use Beat to try and hit that, and then maybe get the effect from Fulgo. And then I can attack with this. Oh, but I still got that backfield card, too. Well, here we go. This could work amazingly, or I could just lose my entire field. Watt Fox. Powered down my frickin' Beat. But it's cool. We get our Fulgo. Damn, that's awesome. Now we're going to hit for 5. Oh, wait. Pinpoint Guard. Oh, crap. I can destroy it, but my monster is going to get powered down to 0 to attack. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I'm going to do that. Crap. I thought it would destroy first and then it would get powered down. I guess it happens before. Oh, well, it says after damage calculation. Why was that? Oh, it's Pinpoint Guard. God dang it. I forgot. Okay, I was like, why didn't it destroy it? And then oh, yeah, Pinpoint Guard. So I screwed myself over. I keep making little mistakes. Excuse me. And I could have brought Bravo out already, but I think we'll be okay because I got Mirror Force. Oh, he changed it. Okay, good. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to use Beat, Special Summon Bravo, and we're going to take out the Messenger of Peace. Yes. And we're going to activate Beat as well. Let's see, what do I want to grab for Beat? Doesn't really matter. We'll grab Seal. Pinpoint Guard. Basically, it brings back a monster, puts it in defense position, and makes it invulnerable for the rest of the turn. Actually, a pretty good card. Here, I'll actually show it to you and read it to you real quick. Here you go. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. So it's a pretty good card. Very defensive card. Pretty good. Ooh, let's see. We got our Mystical Space Typhoon. Do I want to do this one or this one? Let's actually get rid of that. Ooh, let's negate Watt Fox. Yeah, we'll send our Wiz to the graveyard. We don't want that guy going off again. And this should be game. I was able to keep monsters on the field. And I was able to negate those early attacks so that really throw him off. But yeah, that Watt deck's actually not terrible. I mean, it's not going to be like a huge consistent winner. But once it gets going, once it starts powering down monsters and controlling the field the way it does, Watt Giraffe, and another Watt Castle, then it's actually pretty decent. And Carly, Aporia, what does he have? Crash of the Kill 4. Oh, this guy has link monsters. Yeah, let's see if he brings out some of his link monsters. In fact, let's... I'm going to go in there with Gustos and probably lose. But let's see what this guy has. I'm fairly certain we're going to see some link monsters. As a Gusto, I kind of want to go first. Okay, here's hoping I get my little flip effect monster. And I did not. But we got Pot. Could also throw that down there. But let's Pot a Duality. Let's see if we can grab our little flip effect. Magic Cylinder. Gusto Goldo. Dang it. I've got a kind of a defensive hand here. I think, and I've got 1, 2, 3 tuners in my hand already. We'll go Reborn. We'll see how that works. And I'll also put out my Goldo because he'll search. So we'll just stick that guy out there. Oh my gosh. Well, it's already getting dirty. At least we'll get a search here. Let's see. Doesn't necessarily have to be a tuner. Let me see. I've got a 4. And I've got a 2, a 3 that are tuners. I want to get out Sfreeze. So I would probably need... Let's put Squirrow. Yeah, we're going to put Squirrow out there. So that I can bring my B next, use the B effect, and then send him and Squirrow away for Sfreeze. Hopefully that backfield won't hurt. Kamui, however you say it. No! Dang it. Okay, I thought I was going to destroy. Let me see this. If a monster is normal summon or flip summon, and it is a level 4 or lower monster, negate its effects until the end of this turn. If a monster is special summon and it is a level 5 or higher, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Also banish it when it leaves the field. If there's no Klee or Qui or Klee card on the field except Reclate, send this card to the graveyard. Damn, that sucks. That really sucks. I can still bring Sfreeze, but their effects are negated till the end of the turn. Well, let me see. I've got other 6 stars in here. Let me see what else we got. Oh, wait. Whoa, what's... Oh, that's right. I forgot. The other one has to be a Gusto for Sfreeze. That actually isn't bad because now I can just bring the Red Wyvern. That's fine. I didn't get the Bees effect, though. That sucks. Some of that card... yeah, that's Sfreeze. It's a Gusto Sfreeze. But because of that trap card, see, it negates the effect until the end of the turn. So even with Sfreeze, I couldn't ram it into this guy because Sfreeze would be destroyed. But with a 24 attacker, I should be able to get over him. Unless he Dimensional Prisons me. That sucks. And I already summoned. Well, I'm going to take a lot of damage. So we've got 2 tuners and 1 normal monster. I gotta get rid of that frickin' trap card, man. Come on, Mystical Space Typhoon. Damn it. Oh, evenly matched. That's actually not bad either. I'll actually hold evenly matched. Damn. Oh, wait. I know what I can do. I can Reborn. I'm gonna bring my B back. Hopefully he doesn't destroy it. Because since this was special summoned and it's level 4, it doesn't get the trap effect that he has there. So I can use my B effect here. Okay, so now the question is, let's see. I can't do a 6 because he removed my only other 6 that I can bring. So I'm gonna have to do 7. Clearing Synchron Dragon. Again, he loses his effect, but hopefully that won't matter. Let's see. I don't know, man. What do you think? What do you think, little Jawa? Should we attack? You say that for everything, don't you? All right, here we go. Come on, go through. Thank you. Okay, but he's not destroyed. The quit monster get traded. Okay, this card sends the curve. Okay. How does he work? What is this? Also without tributing. 18 of this card is most unaffected by activated effects. Target one card on the field, return to the hand. When it can activate effects. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, actually, evenly matched is going to come in handy here because it's going to force him to make some changes. So I may have to burn it. Another B, huh? And I can't really do much. Let's hold our monsters. Let's throw down evenly matched. And I imagine he's going to find a way to get rid of my monster here. So we'll see if we can do that, and then I'll force him to get rid of the rest of his cards with evenly. Yeah, because unless I get a Space Typhoon or something... Oh, Smashing Ground. Oh, but he's... Let me see. I don't think he's destroyed by effects, is he? I think I read that. Unaffected by activated effects from monster. Oh, from monsters. Target one card on the field, return to hand. Your opponent cannot activate effects or effects in response to this activation. Okay. Monster can be treated as 2 tributes. This card is sent from the field of guard. You could add 1 quill. Okay. So, smashing should work. And it does. Excellent. Oh, nice. At least I got rid of that frickin' trap card. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, so, do I want to go aggressive here? He's got 2 backfield. I'll go cautious, and I'll just swing for 25. Okay. And now we'll set her. Then we'll end. Damn it, freaking Space Typhoon. Clifford Shell. Oh, looks like we're going to see a Pendulum Summon. Let's see. That's a 1, and that's a... Is that a 9? Crap, look at this. Alright, let's see. What are we going to bring with her? A 2 or a 3-star tuner? Let's do that, and I can bring out my Gigantic Castle. Okay, B is going to come in handy again here. Instant fusion. Oh my. Kind of sucks that I actually have a synchro out there now. because I could do so much now with instant fusion. Wow. All we can really do here is let's go B. Yeah, that's all I can do. I cannot wait till that rule change. If it was the new rule that's coming in on the 1st, I could have won right now, but it's not, because I would have brought out Thousand Eyes. I would have brought out Thousand Eyes, sucked up one of his monsters, and then sent them away for another synchro. Ooh, wow, look at this guy. Oh, you're taking my dude. I guess he really wanted to get rid of my Squirrel. Actually, this could be good. Oh man, let me see. I got 52. He's got 16. He's got one backfield. I mean, I can get past that because of B's effect. I don't think I have any more. Let me see. That's right. Dang it, that's not gonna work. Draw one card. Well, here, let's just bring out restrict, and I'll eat his monster. Damn, restrict is so freaking handy. Apparently not. No! What's happening? Is he unaffected? Let me see. Is unaffected by spells and traps. Okay. Let's return to our one. Okay. What's going on here? What am I not seeing? Am I not seeing a pendulum effect? Affected by spells, traps, and other. Oh, and by activated effects from other monsters. Oh, crap. Well, that sucks. Let's see. So that's 5, 6, 7. Let me see what I have left. That one has to be Gusto monsters. Let's see, that's 9. Yeah, I don't have many options left. My best synchros are gone. Or the ones that I can easily summon are gone. See, so yeah, that would be a 7-star. So I could do a 7 or a 6-star. But that has to, yeah, I can't do that one. Now the Gustos are starting to show their weaknesses here. Because in order to bring out their synchros, they have to be Gusto monsters. Which sucks. Like that one again, has to be a Gusto monster. And it can't be, the Gusto monster can't be the tuner. It has to be the other monster. And my B, unfortunately, doesn't work for that. Damn, that sucks. I have no options. Crap. Yep, I'm in a bit of a bind. Set. I'm going to have to defense this guy. Or apparently I can't change his position. Damn it. Oh, there goes that. The only good thing is that I could possibly find a way to bring back restrict. And then since its secondary effect, or its first effect I should say, is that no monsters can attack and they can't change battle position, is that'll hold him off for a while until he's able to deal with it. Even though I can't suck up his monsters. Or that one monster. God dang it. Oh my god, now he's synchro summoning. Or no, this is a tribute summon. What do you got? Oh, another one. Oh my goodness. This is getting dirty. Select one to the center of the graveyard. Oh no, we're going to send the B. Because I'm going to take a ton of damage anyway. And hopefully I can get Cam to do something for me here. Cylinder. Actually, not bad at all. Oh, and things are working out here now. Check this. We're going to bring our Squirrel up. We're going to bring Cam. We're going to use her ability real quick. Send that and a Squirrel back. Draw a card, Bottomless. We'll set that. And now here comes the star of the show. And since this is a continuous effect, he should be affected. Let me read this because this is a different card now. So let me read this other guy. Let me see. This card special when you target one Gusto monster and get ready to add that target to your hand. Yes. Let's grab Guldo. Let me read him again. Okay. This card must have been set unaffected by spell trap cards and by activated effects from any monster whose level of rank is lower than this card's. Special summon monsters lose heart attack and defense. Once per turn, you can make your opponent send one monster from their hand to their side of the field. Okay, gotcha. So by powering down my monster, I think this should win it. Because this is not an activated effect. Yep. We win! Thank you, Sfreeze. So his powered down effect actually backfired on him because otherwise my monster would have been at 2,000 and he would have only taken 1,000 there. But since he powered down my monster, Sfreeze was able to make him take 18 for the win. Better take that rest in peace Slim back there, buddy. That's right, because we pulled it off. Even though I screwed up a couple of times, we pulled it off, man. But yeah, the Gustos did show some weakness there because so many of their... in fact, I think it's all of them. I think all of their Synchro monsters require that the non-tutor monster be a Gusto. So I really don't want to change out those bees, though. Those bees are so handy. Maybe I'll change out one. You know, change the odds a little bit there. Change out one bee. The only thing is, well, I could put another Cam in there. Cam is good, but she's only good during the later game. Like, that's why she worked out in that instance, because it was later in the game. I had a lot of monsters in the graveyard, so I was able to get her effect. So Aporia is done. Let me think. Didn't I get... I'm gonna get back into the deck list here because I'm fairly certain that we got more Gusto monsters. I mean, I can also... It gives me a chance to look at the deck here. So, Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, Pot of Duality, Brain Control, 2 Mustos. How many cams do I have? Just the one cam? Only one cam. I could probably take out a Guldo for maybe another cam. Winda is... she's alright. But apparently I have to take out... I wonder... We don't have... There are no Gusto... Any good Gusto tribute monsters, are there? Let's see. Gusto. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Windar's the only tribute. Oh no, there's 2 tributes. But both of them are kind of eh. She's a 1 tribute. He's a 1 tribute. Let's see, Winda. Damn, I still only have 1 cam. Eagle. Let's see. He's a searcher. Only 1 Musto. Oh yeah, Peleka. Let me see. When this card's normal summon or special summon, you can target 1 wind tuner monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in face of defense position. Its effects are negated. If you activated this effect, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except wind monsters. Okay, so I can still synchro summon, but it has to be probably a Gusto monster then. You can only use effective... Oh, she's actually not bad, is she? The thing is, what do I want to take out for her? And I only have one copy ever. Maybe one of my tributes? I don't know. I really don't want to take out a bee. God, I like that bee so much. I could take out the ash blossom. Because I've got... Let me see. Well, oh, that's right. I have a Delta Flyer in there still. So those are 3-star. I probably could take out an Ash Blossom. Because these are 3-star tuners right here. These are 2-star tuners. How many tuners would that leave me with? 7? Yeah, let's take out the Ash Blossom. And on top of that, let's see if we have any other Gusto monsters. There's another one of those. Oh, that's right. I didn't really like those traps. No Gusto Fusions, no Gusto Fusion Pendulums. We already got all those. We did have an XYZ. Yeah, there we are. Aww. Emerald's banned. That sucks. He was the good one. He was the one I was looking for. Let me see. Once per turn, detach one XYZ material from this card, then activate these effects. Target 3 monsters in your graveyard shuffle, and then draw 1 card. Target 1 non-effect monster in your graveyard special summon that target. God, he's so good. That's why they banned him. And then we've got the Phoenix. And that's 2-star, huh? 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you attach 1 XYZ material, then target 1 face-up 1 monster you control this turn. You can attack twice during each battle phase. Not great. I'm starting to think maybe I should put in additional copies of rank 6 or level 6 synchros because I ran out. I've only got the Red Wyvern, and then I've got the Sfreeze, and I've only got 1 copy of Sfreeze. I guess we'll leave that alone for now. We'll see how the addition of Pelika works. Duelist challenges. Let's see. Crow will eat me alive. Let's try Jack. Jack is probably going to eat the Gustos, but we'll see how that works. All right, Jack. Show me what you got. Making me go first. All right. 2 Squirros. Want to save the Mirror Force here since we've got a weak hand. Weak-ish hand. There we go. Let's do that. Got a Brain Control, so that's good. So depending on what he summons, I could probably take it. Flame Veil, baby. Nice. It actually survived. Okay, so call. Kind of want to grab it and bring out my Wyvern. Let me see what else can I do here. Don't have instant fusion yet. I guess, yeah, let's grab it. That's really all I've got right now. If I want to take control of the field here. What? Oh, it's... Oh, I just realized that. It's a frickin' tuner. Damn it. That's what I get for moving too quickly. It's a frickin' tuner. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Well, let's attack. I guess that's all I can do. I burned the Brain Control and get 18 out of it at least. Damn, I did not realize that was a frickin' tuner. That sucks. Learn from my fails, kids. Learn from my fails. Always read the cards before you take them. And I still do that all the time. Wow, he still doesn't have much of anything. Kind of need to draw a monster here. Come on, non-tuner monster. Now he's got a backfield. Ugh, freaking cylinder. I've got 2 cylinders now. I'm gonna put them both down there. See if I can get them both off here. Because I'm not drawing monsters. Flamevale Archer. What does this guy do? Let's return tribute. One face-up power type monster you control to have all Flamevale monsters on the field gain 800 attack. Oh, okay. Now's a perfect time for Cylinder. Come on, monster. It's not a monster. Oh, he had a Mirror Force. Gotta end. Not drawing monsters. All things considered, I'm doing really well. Grunicki? Or Grunica? Oh, Synchro Summon. What you got? Oh, Red Arcane Dragon. Now the question is... Let me read this one more time. I always forget. Oh, wow, he's bringing that? Hold on. I gotta read Arcane one more time. I always forget what exactly it does. If this card attacks a defense position monster your opponent controls, destroy all defense position monster your opponent controls. During your end phase, destroy all other monsters you control that did not declare an attack. I could clear the field here. Actually, let's do this. Yes, we're going to use them both. I'm going to Mirror Force. And then I'm going to chain Cylinder. So he takes 3k and then they're both destroyed. Bam, bam. Oh, he has swords. Really? He has swords revealing light. Oh, now I get the card. Okay, great. And that's a tuner also. Son of a biscuit. At least it's a searcher. I'll throw it down there. I can't attack anyway. Yeah, all things considered, this is going really well. Of course, I used a lot of defensive traps. I gotta say, this little thing that I'm using right now, you can't hear it. It's a telescoping back scratcher. It is the best $3 I have ever spent. Let's see, tuner, all tuners. And that's because I took another tuner out, jeez. He's gonna pump it up. Okay, oh, this is actually good. Okay, so I get a search. What do I want to grab? Not another Squirrel. I guess we're gonna do Winda because these I would want to put face down, so we'll do Winda. Oh. I think I already know what I want to do here. We're going to tribute away 1 Squirrel. Unless his backfield hurts me this time. Let me see. I'd be exactly 600. Let's see. Falcos. I don't really want to do Falcos. Balmung is probably the better option. Let's do Balmung. we go. This is for the win. Oh, freaking Wabaku. That was so close. Well, he's on the ropes at least. Smashing ground. I don't normally like using it like this, but this could be for the win. Guard. Come on, for the win. Oh, no. Really? Freaking pinpoint guard. Crap. All right, come here. We're doing Call of the Hunted. Man, this guy just does not want to go away. And that's a tuner he's got there, too. Bottomless. Flame Bell Baby. Now call. And let's bring back Winda. Get him, Winda. Attack for 1,000. Hooray, we win. This Gusto deck feels a little better now. Since I took out 2 of the tuners, because, yeah, 9 tuners was a little nuts. But even now with 7 tuners, I'm still finding that there are times when I'm like, I wish I didn't have so many tuners. Flame Bell Fire Dog. Winda for the win. Well, I think I'm going to take a break at least. I might do a second show. I'm going to mess with my HDMI cable here and find out if that's what's causing the problem with the sound. Because if so, then I got to... I mean, that one cable I already switched out, I got to throw it away because it's... Obviously, it's not going to work. But yeah, I might do another show later on. Until then, guys, be safe. Don't do anything crazy. And maybe we'll play some more Legacy in a little while. Until then,